Well, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Look, y'all, I decided to come and do like a pop up live for y'all today because I remember on Friday, y'all helped me reach my goal. And because y'all helped me reach my goal, I was like, oh, dang, I reached my goal on Friday. So I need to do something this weekend. So I decided to come now. That's what I decided to do. I want to say hey to Shock Rock King Black. Hey to Diddy Love. What's up, Olivia? Good morning, Treasure Cash. Asia. Good morning to Storylines. Cheryl Burnett. Simba Queen. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Deanna. Deanna, I was over there up in your live. I was over there in your live. It seemed like a misunderstanding, but I did want to tell you. For some reason, I feel like in Bernadette, she done came out at me for nothing, to no reason. And I feel like she liked to take offense to the smallest things so that she could have something to go on her channel and talk about. That's just my thought. Probably a couple of months ago, I used to try to support her heavily. If not catching all of her lives, I would at least try to catch the replay. But it was one little time where she dropped her link and I was up there and I guess, I don't know, from the time that I hit her link that one time, she started kind of being funny acting. And so, and then she did a live and put my name up in the title. And when I saw her put my name in the title for her live, I was like, oh, okay, you really don't want support. You want to pick a fight so that you could try to get some numbers up there. So be careful. I think that's what she's trying to do, then. That's what I believe. Good morning, Hypnotic Touch Touch. Good morning, Room Shaker. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good morning, R&D for sure. Good morning to LaDon. Good morning to Latasha Phillips. Let's see. Lil Mama Obama. Dear My Opinion. Q Rob. Michelle. And then Deanna said, well, hopefully she go on her channel and let me know what's going on. Yeah, I'm sure she'll tell you whatever it is. And good morning to DC Kool-Aid and Lisa Moderator. Y'all, I just came on here for a quick spell. I was thinking that Demon Soul was going live, but Demon Soul ain't did her live. I don't know what she waiting on. And I tried to send her a message to see if she was gonna go live, but she didn't respond to my message, so I just said I was gonna go live. Y'all, I believe that Demon Soul has a live schedule where she gonna drag Jay Wilson. So that should be a treat. I don't know if y'all know it, but Jay Wilson was trying to drag Demon Soul and brought Demon Soul husband into it and brought Demon Soul husband up. Good morning, Lee Pepper, and No Pressure. Good morning, everybody. Y'all know Jay Wilson can't stand for people to bring up Mark. But Jay Wilson done brought up Demon Soul husband twice already in the last couple of days. And you know Demon Soul be getting mad when people bring up her husband now. Good morning, Robin Moderator. Good morning, CMAC TV. So anyway, I titled this A Shot of Teleporting a Wet Ass. Because look here, y'all. I don't watch everybody do commentary about Lemon and these little boys and this wet ass. And about his drinking problem. And about how he need rehab. About, you know, what people gonna do to try to get him to see that this drinking is horrible for his life. But I don't think there's anything anybody could do about it. Because I used to really be one of those people that try to tell Lemon, hey, Lemon, you might need to take control of this drink and slow down. But he didn't listen to me. And specifically, I remember last summer. Remember when I got mad at me because me and Lemon fell out because he was driving drunk up on his live? And I got up on his platform and I cussed him out about driving drunk. And I told him he was going to wind up like his dead brother. And remember me speaking to him in that way and being that harsh and giving him that type of harsh criticism? Just last summer, had all of y'all pissed off at me. Remember it was talks about y'all wanting to cancel me? Remember it was talks about, oh, I took it too far. I shouldn't have brought up his dead brother? Remember whenever everybody was so upset, and I was trying to check his alcoholism I was trying to check his alcoholism from the door back then. And now we only here to find out that he got this alcoholism, be trying to fight the people up in his neighborhood, be over there letting people come up in his house and letting them roll around up in his bed, be over there leaving them with wet spots on their ass, touching people's asses and stuff. Them boys over there think that he's a weird, old-ass, alcoholic, drunk, old man on the corner. That gotta be embarrassing. Good morning, everybody coming in. Who want to be viewed as that particular person in their neighborhood? It got me to thinking, y'all, and I remember when I used to go over to my grandparents' house, and because like we would spend a lot of time in my grandparents' house on the weekends, specifically because I grew up in the church and my grandpa was a pastor and my uncle was a pastor. So a lot of times on the Sundays we would go to church together as a family. Then we would come home from church and then have Sunday dinner. But I remember in my grandma's neighborhood, there used to be this one man that used to walk the streets of that neighborhood, and he looked wild as hell. And when I tell you wild as hell, he looked wild as hell. His name was Philip. Philip. I'll never forget Philip. Y'all, Philip was the scary ass drunk, the scary ass high person, the scary ass older man that was in the neighborhood walking the streets that your parents told you to be afraid of. My grandparents, my mom and them, my aunties, they all told us to be scared of Philip. Philip, you would see him by himself. Sometimes he might be mumbling to himself, y'all, just walking. You might catch Philip up on the bike if he done went and stole somebody's bike off their front porch. And now he riding around the neighborhood up on somebody else's damn bike. Philip was the type that'll be up in the damn woods somewhere. Up in the woods, and y'all out there playing because one of my friends had a tree house. You might be up there at the top of the tree house looking around, and you see damn Philip over there up in the damn woods. Like, what the hell you do? What the hell you doing up in these damn woods? Y'all, Philip was so scary. He was like the person that nightmares were made of in my childhood. Now, the backstory that I always heard the older people tell us about Philip was that Philip used to be in the military. I think he must have had some issues within the military where his brain got rattled. I'm thinking maybe it was PTSD or something. And then once he came from the military, y'all, he used to hang out, party, and drink a lot. And they said somebody slipped something up in his drink. This is what all the old people around the neighborhood said about Philip. Somebody put something up in Philip's drink, and that's why he act like that. That's why he be mumbling around when he be walking and talking to himself. That's why he's scary. And they always used to tell us that Philip would would grape. It was rumors that Philip used to molestate. Can I say molestation? I don't even know how to say it. Hell, he used to touch on his own his little relatives and shit. He used to touch on them. And we heard about all of that. So anytime we saw Philip, we avoided him. Now, the reason why I have to give y'all this backstory about Philip and how scary he was and how we avoided him, how everybody, and I mean the entire neighborhood was scared of this man. And for good reason, because of all the stories that was passed along from generation to generation to generation. I remember My mama teaching me about never drinking my drink if I ever left it unattended. And I was a little kid. Never leave my drink if I left it unattended. And my mama used to say, you left that drink over there when you went to the bathroom? And I said, yes, ma'am. You better not drink it. Otherwise, you're going to wind up like Philip. I kid y'all not. She'd be like, I could be at my little softball game. And I done left my damn drink at the picnic table because I had to go run the pee. I done left my little Coca-Cola can at the picnic table to go pee. I get back over there. You better not drink it. You're going to wind up like Philip. That was how I learned not to drink nothing that I done left with somebody I don't know. And when she say you're going to wind up like Philip, oh, all right. I don't want it. I don't want it no more. No, thank you. No, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Barry Addison, and good morning to Crack Smoke. So the reason why I'm telling y'all this about Philip is because that's how we learned as children about what crazy looks like. This is how we learned as children about what alcoholism looked like, about what drug abuse looked like, about what, dare I say it, PTSD look, or untreated PTSD look like. We learned about all this in the craziest way up in my grandparents' neighborhood through Philip. Now, my question is, though, if Lemon is this hard in his neighborhood, the way that they say that he is Lemon the Philip over there? Are them people telling their kids to avoid Lemon just like my family members told us to avoid Philip? If Lemon the one that's over there with the damn shots of teleport, over there yelling at his cell phone, arguing and cussing people out on his cell phone, and don't nobody know who in the hell he cussing out or who he talking to. He walking around smoking a cigarette. He smoking a cigarette. Michael Jackson. Hey, Michael Jackson. Come here, Michael Jackson. Hey, Michael Jackson. Where you going, Michael Jackson? Even though this man's name is not no damn Michael Jackson. I want to know, what are the people over there up in that complex, in that neighborhood, what they telling their kids? They telling their kids to avoid Lemon, like my family told us, don't go over there by Philip. Now, you know damn well the little dude, Michael Jackson, if his booty got touched on and groped, if y'all think for a second that he left from there and he ain't tell nobody what happened over there, y'all crazy. Good morning, Crack Smoke, and everybody. That the fact that this happened and Lemon want us to believe that this man ain't tell the entire neighborhood, I'm sure he did. So now probably the entire neighborhood is side-eyeing him and looking at him crazy. Like, y'all don't need to be going over there. He might touch on you. He might feel on you. He might try to offer you a shot of teleport. Don't drink it. Don't drink that. The last person that drank a shot of teleport from him ended up passed out with a wet ass. Passed out up in the man's bed with a wet ass. And then I'm thinking to myself, when Lemon kept saying that the man was trying to choke Creed, how in the hell the man choking Creed? And if Creed is actually going to let somebody choke him out, then Creed is useless. How in the hell you going to have a big old clumsy muscle dog like Creed, and he going to let a little dude named Michael Jackson choke him out? What the heck? What? Hell, for all that, you might as well have got you a Zulu. If Creed gonna let somebody choke him out, then you should have just got you a Zulu. A Zulu is less trouble. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I have been listening to everybody give their take on it, and I think it's weird because I understand the dangers of what Lemon has going on. And I understand the dangers of getting that type of reputation up in his neighborhood. And just based on what I could tell, He is on the way of having that reputation in his neighborhood to being the crazy ass, drunk ass man that don't nobody need to be around. The crazy drunk man that talk to himself at all hours of the night. The crazy drunk man that don't even go to bed or go to sleep. He just be outside smoking cigarettes. Believe it or not, yesterday I was and I'm thinking about crazy when I'm saying crazy. I ended up coming across a video on here yesterday, y'all, where it is a lady that ended up, let me see how I could put it. Oh, thank you, truthfully honest chick. I appreciate it. Good morning. Hey, Maverick. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, ODS. There is a lady, y'all, that ended up getting arrested, but then she ended up getting acquitted. But a lady was she had mental issues. I think it was paranoid schizophrenia and something else. And this lady had a mental break to the point where she took her 2 or 3-year-old son, took him to the park, y'all, and proceeded to put this little boy on the swing. And she pushed the son on the swing for over 2 days. Over 2 days. So imagine somebody having a mental break and they like, oh my God. And she said that the reason why she took him to the park and pushed him for 2 days is because there was something up in her brain that said if she stopped pushing him, they would both die. And if she stopped pushing him, it would be the end for them both. So she pushed him for an entire 2 days straight. And would y'all believe how many bystanders passed by that park during those 2 days and watched this woman and her 3-year-old son in the swing, and the woman is pushing? They have not changed clothes. They have not left the spot that they were in. You could tell that they had not eaten. You could tell they had not gone to the bathroom. They had not drank anything. For the entire 2 days, she stood there at that swing and pushed. There was joggers and there were people that were doing their exercise through the park that ran a mile through that park that one morning and saw them there, only to come back later to the park and see them still there, and nobody was reporting it. They didn't report it, Tracy. They did not report it. You hear me? They did not report it. I say all this to say, once 2 days had went by, somebody finally passed by and noticed that the woman was still pushing this boy, but the boy was unresponsive, y'all. Unresponsive. Still up in the swing. Unresponsive. So then by that point, that bystander called the police, called the authorities. The authorities rushed out there. The little toddler was pronounced deceased at the scene. At the scene. They said that he had been deceased due to hypothermia and dehydration. Because as she pushed him for the entire 2 days straight, this was in Maryland, y'all. In Maryland. And because it was in Maryland, at nighttime, it was raining and the temperatures dropped. And she stayed out there pushing him in the swing. And nobody did anything. Nobody said anything. So then once the little boy ended up losing his life, the father of that boy got upset because he had just been going through the court system trying to get full custody of his son because he knew that his wife was mentally unstable and wasn't able to handle this toddler. And the courts kept denying him full custody, so he had to keep going back and forth to the courts trying to get the full custody. He was stuck with shared custody. He was pissed off at the courts because he said, if y'all would have just gave me my full custody like I requested, my son would still be here. Then that entire community was faulting the people that was passing by and saw everything. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you say this? Now, the reason why I bring that to everybody's attention is because it's going right back to Lemon. How many thousands of people do I see watch his channel and watch him make these foolish ass mistakes and ain't nobody doing nothing? Y'all might as well be the passerbyers that were up in the motherfucking park that watched this woman push her child up on the swing for 2 days straight and didn't say nothing, didn't interfere, didn't intervene, didn't do nothing. You just kept on walking. You just kept on walking. Only for then you to finally want to try to say something. By this point, the little boy is deceased on the swing. It's deceased on the swing. Tracy said, babe, Lemon is grown. He don't listen. I know he don't listen, Tracy. I used to try to tell him myself, and good morning, Melissa. Good morning, everybody. I used to try to tell him myself, so don't get me wrong, Tracy. Hold on. I get what you're saying, but I think my point and what I'm telling y'all is people go over there and they see, they honestly see him do the most. They see him do the most over there and they don't say a word. And actually, y'all, let me show y'all here. Let me share my screen just so that y'all know that I ain't lying. Because maybe y'all might want to check this out on your own. Good morning, Wild Seed. Y'all may want to check this out on your own whenever you get a chance. I'm just waiting. So this is the people that I'm talking about, y'all. And it's so crazy because this story came in my my news feeds. Came in my news feeds yesterday. Good morning, L Blue. So this is the lady. She kept pushing her son on the swing for 2 days straight, y'all. I ain't making it up. This is a real thing that happened. And bystanders watched this for 2 days. Then judge, mom who pushed Tyler in the swing until he died is not guilty, y'all. 9 years ago. This video here is the one that came in my feeds today. Yesterday. The channel is called Crime Shade. And it said, she pushed her son on the swing for 2 days. The heartbreaking case of Romeisha Sims and Jair Lee. This is the one that I watched. This 13-minute video by Crime Shade channel. I say all this to say, sometimes people can be having a mental breakdown right in front of your eyes, and you could be so busy with life that even when you see things that are not normal or very, very abnormal, you will keep going on with life as if you don't see it happening. And then you don't even look the other way at it. And then you wind up with something like this. Miss Toby said, I knew she was a black woman. You know, America doesn't see us. Girl, and that's the crazy part because it's been so much controversy between the father suing the state, trying to, get some type of justice because they would not allow him full custody of that little boy from the mama, to the point people were petitioning for the judge who refused the father full custody. They wanted that judge to be disbarred. I don't know if the judge ended up being disbarred. Then they were arguing because they felt like that woman should not have been found not guilty, even though she was going through a mental insanity type of situation. And I mean, clearly, it wasn't like she was insane for a matter of days. When I first came across that story, I'm like, for you to stand there and push your child for 2 days straight, that means that you are ignoring hunger for yourself. You are ignoring needing to use the restroom. You are ignoring the fact that you might become stiff standing in the same spot pushing the swing. You are ignoring the fact that you might get tired of being on your feet all dang on for 2 days straight, pushing and pushing and pushing for 2 days straight. Not only that, for this little boy to be a toddler, y'all know he cried. Y'all don't think that he got tired of being on the swing after 2 days? 2 days? Now y'all know damn well after a few hours he was over it. He ready to go eat. He ready to go home. He ready to go settle in. He ready to go do something else. He tired of this swing. You gotta know he cried his little head off after 2 days. And she still continued to push him on the swing and didn't even realize what was going on. So yeah, mental health is real. Now this leads me back to Lemon because people are saying that Lemon is going through something. Well, he might be going through something. But even when I used to be over there, I told Lemon, I said, you need to try to see somebody to go get help. He said that he liked YouTube because YouTube is therapeutic for him. But YouTube should not be nobody's therapy. Especially not if you're going to be on here and become sleep deprived because you on here for 2 days straight. We watched the lady push the ball on the swing for 2 days straight. We done seen Lemon be on live and panel to panel to panel for 2 days straight. Sleep deprived for 2 days straight. LaDon said, even if the custody was transferred temporarily, it should have happened until she was cleared mentally and therapeutically safe to be with her kid. Netra said, didn't nobody call and tell the father his son was swinging for 2 days? No. Netra, she drove her son to a park that was, I would say that park was like, I would say maybe like a half hour away from her home. So if you didn't know that they were out there, then you wouldn't know. It seemed like the park was just the area where so many different families went, let their kids play at that park or, whatever. Her parents didn't even know that she had taken the little boy out there. And the little boy's daddy didn't even know that they were out there. Had he known that they were out there, I'm sure he would have went out there his damn self. And he probably would have waited 2 days. Good morning, Klondike. Good morning, Barry Addison and everybody. Gigi said, and how is it therapeutic while running amok? Well, I think initially that's what he was saying because remember, around the time, I guess it would have been like last fall. Last fall, I think it was therapeutic for him because he was able to relate to other people. At that particular time, that's when he would be on here and, sometimes he would have a breakdown or a breakthrough and he would cry about some things. There would be some times where some of his supporters or his subscribers would come and click the link and talk to him. He was finally able to open up about what had been going on with his brother's death and the things that were happening. And there were people that were able to relate to him in that type of way. So I think that part might have been therapeutic for him. Good morning, Cole. Oh, thank you. Stay tuned. Let me see what Stay Tuned said. J.Dunn, right. They still went back over and supported even after all they heard. I don't watch, but I hear of through others I watch. I don't get it. Keep making excuses until it's too late. Right. I agree. Miss Toby, the part of Maryland. Let me look real quick. Let me look, Miss Toby. Because I believe have you heard of the park is called La Plata Park? Let me see La Plata Park. Let's see where that is. La Plata Park in Maryland. Let's see. All right. Let's see. So this particular park, it say La Plata, Maryland. La Plata. Child, I don't know. Miss Toby, have you heard of La Plata, Maryland before? Kimberly Black. Oh, good morning. She said that is sad. Makes me think of the movie Straws on Netflix. Mental health is real. Hey, Blondie Queen. Good morning. It's even said that one of your CCs have a bag over the child's head. Let me see. Back in the clouds listening, I heard about that case. So sad. Is it even sad one of your CCs have a bag over the child's head? Who got a bag over some child's head? Good morning, YouTube cameras, moderator. Orange. Oh, Prince George. It might have been Prince George. I can't remember, Tracy, because when I watched it yesterday, they said what part of Maryland it was, but it's just not coming to me right away. And good morning, D Ham Show. Miss Hope said, I think grief counseling was the best, not YouTube. Yeah, that's what I was saying. And I mean, yeah, we can understand that that Lemon is grown, so can't nobody make Lemon do anything that he don't want to do. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we have to be conscious. Oh, DC said it sounds like La Plata. La Plata. Okay. It just sounds like we just watching a whole shit show happen right before our eyes. And the fact that now these third-party boys is involved is quite interesting. I don't get, for the life of me, why anybody would be wanting to deal with somebody that's so much younger than them. Even with me, as soon as I turned about 33, I refused to date anybody that was younger than 28. Now that I'm 38, I refuse to date anybody that's younger than 30. By the time I turn 40, I probably will not date anybody that's younger than 33. For some reason, for me, I like to keep a space of at least, I don't know, at least 6-7 years. But the thing is, as I've been getting older, that rule of mine has been changing as well, because I don't like to try and teach nobody. When you start dating much younger than yourself, which I don't know if Lemon was trying to date these boys, but I do know the boy said that Lemon was trying to be touchy-feely. Now, that's one thing that we cannot take away from the boy. That's what the boy said. But I know when you start dealing with people so much younger than you, y'all, that means it's so much that they've not experienced in life, so much that they don't know. Then you stuck teaching your partner. I hate whenever my partner is younger than me and I have to teach her shit that she should already know. I hate that. So for that reason, I typically date somebody my age or a year or two older than me. But the fact that these little boys is like 10 years younger than Lemon, and then he over there offering them alcohol and stuff when they already under the influence of different things. The fact that if the dude had something that looked like a cold sore up on his damn lip, then you have to know that that ain't the only place that he done picked on his body. I ain't never met a meth person. Well, first, I ain't never met meth people, period. But normally the meth people that I see on the videos and stuff, they have plenty of sores all over their body from where they pick all over the place. They don't just be picking in one spot and that's it. They be picking all over the place. And I'm like, so you ain't looked at him and see he been picking all over the place? You just thought he had a cold sore on his lip? Oh, YouTube camera said, imagine me, Karen, when he keeps saying foul stuff on my channel. Well, that is true. YouTube cameras. Miss B said, I know that's right, J.Dunn. I ain't got time to teach nobody. Correct. Good morning, Bird. Good morning, everybody. Let me see. But it seemed like to me that dude done had to have all types of picks and scars and stuff all over his body. But Lemon cared about the cold sore on his lip. And I don't know. Lemon said that he asked the dude if that was a cold sore. Y'all, maybe it's just the difference with men and women. But as women, I don't know that we just be so bold to just ask a random person about a damn cold sore. Do y'all do that? Because I don't do that. When I heard him say that he asked Michael Jackson, is that a cold sore on his lip? I was kind of over it right then and there because I'm like, first off, that's rude as hell. Why in the hell you asking this man about a cold sore on his motherfucking lip? Good morning, Candy Cane, and everybody that's coming in. That's rude. Like, even in the day-to-day setting, if I see somebody that might have a cold sore, at best, I'm going to try to act like I don't see it. I'm going to try to ignore it and get up out their motherfucking face. Like, look, I don't want to be talking to you up in your face with this thing on your lip, so let me go ahead and answer your question and move the hell on. I'm not going to be like, hey, is that a cold sore? How did you get that cold sore? Is that a herpes bump? What is that? What is that right there? Is that an STD? Like, who does that? Hell no. I'm going to try to get up out your way. I'm not going to be trying to ask you what in the hell it is to do a whole investigation. Hell no, I don't want to investigate. I just want to get on up out your way. Let me just get on up out your way. Hold on, let me see what Dirty Laundry said. So Dirty Laundry said, hi, J.Dunn. This is very disturbing. I think law enforcement need to be notified to look into this matter. What if those guys was heavily intoxicated with illegal substance and Lemon took advantage? Anything is possible. Anything is possible, but, you know, I hope that Lemon just used this as a wake-up call to see that he can't just be letting all this stuff be heard up on here all willy-nilly. I would have immediately told him, don't put them boys up on here, but he did for content. Even last night, y'all up in his live, and El Blue said it's probably because people under the influence are easier to manipulate and take advantage of. He probably had plans with those lips. No, I had plans with the lips, Gigi. Please. Diddy Love said he asked after he already had Michael Jackson's cigarette in his mouth. See, and that right there, y'all sharing cigarettes. This is the thing that I don't get about people who smoke weed. How y'all be passing a blunt and puffing a blunt and all? Absolutely not. No, I told y'all about one of my ex-girlfriends and her entire family smoked and they used to pass that blunt around. I'm so happy I'm not a weed smoker because I told them no. But even if I was a weed smoker, I probably would still tell them no. I don't know why y'all lips big. And I for the life of me, I don't understand. Especially when straight people be trying to pass the blunt. The straight people be passing the blunt. The first thing that I be thinking is, you really want me to smoke this behind you when your lip was probably around the dick last night? You probably was sucking dick last night. And you want me to smoke behind you? No, thank you. No, thank you. But then I'm pretty sure that straight people probably be looking at me and be like, well, girl, wasn't you licking some puss? Wasn't you licking some puss last night? Well, I might have been licking some puss, but look, I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke behind you after you done had a dick in your mouth. No, thank you. Pass it to the next person. I pass. I pass. But I don't get how people do that. Yeah, Gigi, I bet while Michael Jackson was up on that phone telling all the business, that's what Lemon was like, Michael Jackson, don't do this to me, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Michael Jackson. No, don't tell them. But the fact that Lemon was like, you tell them about how I tried to touch your ass, I know something. Come here, motherfucker. Don't tell them about me trying to touch your ass. But I don't see how he playing around with them the boys like that. And then just the fact that a boy named Michael Jackson, it just remind me of the real Michael Jackson, how he had lost his childhood. He said, have you seen my childhood? Have you seen my childhood? Not Lemon over there trying to find his own childhood with these little boys. He over there having sleepovers over there at the Taylorport Ranch. You know, Michael Jackson had the Neverland Ranch, but But Lemon got the teleport wrench, and he said that you can come in. All you got to do is just be under the influence a little bit high on something. Even I'd be scared to even let a high person be up in my vicinity. Lemon, I don't think he be thinking when he get drunk. I don't think he really be thinking about the consequences. Because y'all, just imagine if something had happened to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson came up in there potentially high off meth, high off perks, high off whatever, maybe even fentanyl. Imagine Michael Jackson coming and laying in Lemon house to sleep it off, and Michael Jackson end up not waking up. Thank the Lord that wasn't the case, but imagine what if that would have been the case. Michael Jackson sleeping off whatever with a wet ass, and then he don't wake up. Now, wouldn't that be about a bitch? The teleport wrench, yeah. Toby Turner said, I'm at the Dunkin'. Toby Turner said, she at the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. The woman heard you say licking pussy. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Toby Turner. I'm sorry, Toby Turner. But hold up. Truthfully, Honest Chick said, if the girlfriend mom didn't feel comfortable with him in her house, what made Lemon think having him around his family was safe? I don't know. I do not know. Stay tuned said, crack, that may be true. But it's it's out now of what he does in the community. That isn't a great look. Man, I'm laughing. Toby Turner, I ain't mean to get you caught up. What's good? It's me, Jazzy. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, it's one of those things. Like if Michael Jackson had fell asleep up in Lemon house and never did wake up, then Lemon would have had a whole homicide up on his hand. What would it have been a homicide? Lemon would have had some explaining to do. I don't know if it would have been called a homicide, but it would have been some type of explaining. Like, how in the hell you got this man, this dead man up in your house? He is under the influence. We checked. Did you slip anything to him? I mean, Lemon would have had to explain all of this to the authorities. Lemon would have had to call the cops and get them to bring him up out of there. He needs to stop doing this stuff. For him to have, and good morning, Mr. Rest. Oh, Dirty Laundry, your last comment, let me see. Oh, I think either we contact Lemon family or law enforcement, but telling Lemon not to put his business out here is not saving the little boys. See something, say something. Huh, okay. Well, yeah. I say that you do whatever you need to do. It's been plenty instances on here where I don't have to call people's mamas. And everybody thought that I was the worst because I threatened to call their mamas. So at this point, I'm not throwing my hat up in the ring, but you do whatever you need to do. Chat rep was over here acting a fool, showing her vagina and everything else. Motherfucking crying all over the place. Then she got her naked ass up on here and showed her entire naked ass, floppy, saggy titties and all. But had I said, chat rep, I'm going to call your mom and let her know about this, then y'all would have wanted me to be the bad guy. Oh, you doxing. You calling somebody's mama. You doing this, you doing this. So no, and no. I ain't calling nobody's mama. Shaquem was up here cussing everybody out in the B sector, cussing out all the women, being disrespectful, saying all this crazy ass stuff to everybody, talking about putting his peen in everybody's mouth and pissing on people. And when I told Shaquem, I'll tell your mama what you over here doing, then Shaquem wanted to cry. Oh, she trying to call my mama and blah, blah, blah. And then everybody wanted me to be the bad person. Oh, you said that you was going to call his mama and tell on him. So now people leaving me a comment and talk about call Lemon mama. No. But y'all can do whatever y'all would like to do. But I ain't calling nobody else mama. I ain't looking for nobody else mama information. At this particular point, I feel like these mamas have to know who they done raised. Who they birthed and who they done raised. Right. Miss B. Right, Miss B, because the times that I was trying to get somebody's mom involved, they had a whole field day. A whole field day about it. So now, I ain't calling Lemon Mama. I'm not calling Lemon's mama. And I mean Lemon Mama, but call his mama and say what? I sure don't forget C-Mac. Call his mama and say what? Because y'all remember the first time that his mama was on the link, or not on the link, but on speakerphone over there up on Pizarro's. His mama said that all he do is drink all day, every day. His mama said that. That's whenever his mama first slipped up and said his government name. The mama been saying that that's all he do is drink entirely too much. She said that she wish she'll go and get him a real job because he do a part-time job. She said that he was up in the damn studio apartment and all this kind of stuff. She said all of that. So the woman already knows. So what calling this mama gonna do? She said it. She said it. And it's just like, wow. Then, y'all, on one hand, I think psychologically, I was thinking about it. Good morning, Jessica Sound. I was thinking about it, and I wonder if the reason why Lemon is liking to hang out with these Eli's and these Michael Jacksons and all these ones, do y'all think that them boys are around the same age as what Lemon's brother would have been if Lemon's brother would not have passed away? Are these Michael Jacksons and these Eli's and stuff, maybe they the same age as his brother that passed away, and maybe that's the reason why he keep being around them? What y'all think? What y'all think? Gigi said, Miss Lemon, your son is getting drunk and doing the R. Kelly on younger boys. Okay, bye. Let me see. And look, stay tuned. The nerve of that damn ghetto intellect was over there trying to call me a damn Diddy. I know, can't nobody call me a motherfucking Diddy about a fuck thing. Not with this bullshit. Dimples, you don't need to be calling me no Jake Diddy. Tulsa, damn sure don't need to call me no Jake Diddy. And motherfucking ghetto intellect of all people should not be calling me no Diddy or motherfuck thing. All the bitches that I was fucking with was older than me. Older than me. And they gave out that pussy voluntarily. You heard me? I ain't have to get nobody drunk and make them lay up in my bed. They wasn't no crackheads. They wasn't no meth fiends and no dope heads and all this. They wasn't doing none of that. They didn't damn have cold sores and all these sores where they picking through their skin, looking like a damn walker off The Walking Dead. They was clean and well put together. And I damn sure didn't have to wet their ass and try to touch on their ass either. If my bitches was walking around with a wet ass, it was because I was whispering them sweet nothings in their ear. You heard me? That's how my bitches had the wet ass. Because I whisper the sweet nothings. Get them panties moist. The panties moist. And they was older than me. They said their limit. They were saying that maybe the dude had set up in some Creed P. I don't know if the little boy set up in Creed's P and that's how his ass got wet. I don't know if that's how his ass got wet. Then y'all, I was telling the Ghetto why Ghetto trying to call me a Diddy. The fact is, when the boy showed up over there, his ass wasn't wet. He passed out on the bed, woke up, and then he had a wet ass, and Lemon was trying to touch his ass. And that sounds suspicious. That sounds suspicious. Like Lemon might have been standing his 6'4" ass over this man while this man passed out, face down, ass up. And he probably was, beating his meat, y'all. standing over this boy, beating his meat. And then that's what happened to the little boy. Lord, that's what happened. Allegedly. Diddy Love said, take that. That's probably what Lemon was saying while the boy was passed out. Lemon over there, standing over that boy's stroke and talking about, take that, take that, take that. Y'all, at some particular point, I believe that we are condoning this mess, but people say I need to be canceled. Now, at this particular point, do Lemon need to be canceled? Y'all put Demetri through hell, and Demetri ended up going to rehab. Hell, y'all put Misunderstood through hell. Misunderstood got her life together, went through rehab. Y'all be putting the twins, TGLG, through hell. They ain't been to rehab yet, but still y'all put them through hell, put Level of Love through hell, put all the drunks through hell, except for these drunk ass men. Oh, Dirty Laundry said, don't to mention he invited the boy to come to his bedroom and lay on his bed. I know. I couldn't even imagine. And for the boy to say that he always touching on people, that mean that it don't happen to more than one person. I'm just like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. So we got the whole Shakim saga that happened in Vegas. We got the Grindr app expose. We got what else, y'all? We got the computer hacking and research about the gay parties, the gay swingers. We got the wrestling foreplay. Y'all think that Lemon was hoping to wrestle with the dude? Y'all think that Lemon was hoping to wrestle with the dude like how he wrestled with Shakim in Vegas, so that he could cop a feel that way? But if somebody passed out under the influence of some drugs and stuff, you can't wrestle with nobody that's under the influence of some drugs. What's good, T Latte? You can't be trying to wrestle with somebody that's by overdosed on some drugs. And then that's what they were saying too. Y'all heard Lemon was fussing at him, talking about, remember Lemon had to help revive him because he was foaming at the mouth? That he was foaming at the mouth. Something had happened where he was overdosing or something, and then was foaming at the mouth, and Lemon had to go help him and all this. Y'all, it's a lot of suspicious stuff going on. A lot of suspicious stuff going on. And so even for somebody to be foaming at the mouth and you got to help them, I just don't understand how you would even want to keep that type of friends around you. Yeah, Gigi, something happened where Michael Jackson must have took too much of whatever substance he was dabbling in, and he ended up passing out somewhere. And Eli, I guess, had ran to go get Lemon to have Lemon help him. To have Lemon help him revive Michael Jackson. What you think? Like, do Lemon even know how to What is it? CPR? Do let me know how to do all that. Dirty Laundry said we also witnessed his cam up before Vegas. He gave that female pose. Do you remember? Oh yeah, the duck lips. That was when him and Cole was beefing back then. And Cole wouldn't let Lemon live it down with the duck lips. When Lemon had turned on his camera and then he held that phone above his head at that angle, like what the women do. And you know how they look up to the phone at an angle and then they pooch them lips out, the duck lips. That's what he did. I remember that. And Cole kept dragging him about that. Even dragging him about that, then that's whenever Lemon started dragging Cole about what was it about Cole being half Asian? It was some clip that Lemon had to play. He was playing on his channel, but yeah, I remember all that. But yeah, I think the whole situation is wild. Good morning, ATL Gail. Good morning. It's all wild. Let me see. Let me get my link. Wonderful. Y'all, so I did put my goal here. If y'all would like more pop-up lives, I put this goal where I will do a pop-up live for y'all next weekend as well. Because at first I was just going to save my commentary until tomorrow morning. But I was like, well, no, I got time today, so I might as well come and give them a pop-up live for Sunday since y'all did. On Friday, y'all reached my goal. And so because y'all reached my goal, Jeannie G had said that I was going to have to come back. And once Jeannie G told me that I have to come back, I was like, okay, well, I will come back. But I didn't end up coming back Friday night. Yesterday, at first, I thought about doing the spades. But then I ended up going over to Pizarro's to be nosy. And then once I left Pizarro's from being nosy, I ended up getting ready for bed, went to sleep. And so now I was like, well, this morning I'll come because, yeah, Demon Soul was supposed to be coming. And actually, let me check my phone and see. Let me see if Demon Soul even came yet. Even came yet. Oh, y'all. And that's one thing, too. I do want to say happy Pride to all the gay people out there. Happy Pride to the gays, the lesbians. Happy Pride to everyone. Thank you. I also want to say that I had to share Deanna's community wall post, y'all. It appears that we lost one of our subbies. There was a subby named Betty White that used to frequent the beef sector quite often. Betty White was a piece of work. Me and Betty White used to go back and forth. Betty White used to love to piss me off in the chats. Sometimes I have to cuss Betty White ass out. Betty White will have to cuss me out. For at least almost a year, we haven't seen Betty White around the YouTube streets. And Deanna posted and said that Betty White has passed away. Based on me reading underneath the comments of Deanna's post, Deanna said that she had not seen Betty White in a while, so she ended up sending a cash app to Betty White, I guess, to check in on Betty White. And that's when Deanna was informed that Betty White was no longer with us since last July. So since last July, Betty White has been passed away. Teresa said I didn't like her. I was iffy with Betty White. It depended on what day it was. Because Betty White liked the heck out of me. But whenever she wasn't on that tip, then she wasn't too bad. But I will say she supported everybody, even whether you liked her or you didn't like her. She still came to support your ass. But sometimes she would just support just to get on your nerves. Oh, you're welcome, Lee Pepper. And hey, Patricia Alexander. Hey, Sonny. Hey to everybody. So yeah, that's crazy. I said, Miss B said that was the last time I saw Betty. I was cussing her out. Girl, didn't everybody have to cuss out Betty White? Everybody had to cuss her ass out. I remember I used to have to get into her ass too because I don't know if y'all knew, but Betty White wasn't black. Me and Betty White had got into one argument one time, and that's when Betty White had told me that she was Hispanic, I believe. Hispanic, Latino, whatever. And she had a farm. Her and her husband had a farm. And she used to do a lot of stay-at-home work, taking care of the farm that they had. Me and Betty White didn't get along for the most part. But once I got Zulu, that was around the time where me and Betty White was able to have cordial conversations. Because Betty White was an animal lover. 100% animal lover. And when I got Zulu, Betty White started being nice and leaving comments underneath my videos and asking about Zulu and giving me tips and pointers about different things to do with Zulu when he was a puppy. So then that's whenever I was like, okay, Betty White might not be so bad after all. But yeah, Miss Toby said, yep, Miss B said, I remember she had a pig. She did have a pig. And Miss Toby is saying, everybody cussed her out at one point. We had plenty of fights at Duchess Keller Love. Thank you so much, Crack Smoke. I appreciate it for supporting my goal. Thank you. So yeah, and Carrie, I got to your live towards the end, and then by that point, you were sending everybody over there. You were sending everybody over there to Deanna. Yeah, I remember Miss Toby that she did say that she had cancer. I remember. She said that she had cancer, which I appreciate her transparency, and I guess she just fought the fight, but it didn't work out. But she fought the fight. Yeah, I remember the pig. I do. I remember the pig that Betty White had. I used to drag her about her and that pig. I drag her and her farm animals. If she bother me, I'm gonna drag you and them farm animals that you got and the motherfucking cow. If you got a cow and 2 horses back there, I'm dragging their asses too. I'm dragging the entire farm, Betty White. But yeah, they did. But yeah, somebody said that Betty White, she was aiming for people to remember her. Well, I guess so, because I definitely do remember her. So yeah, I found that out over there up on Deanna's, and so I had shared the post. It seemed like we done lost so many CCs in the beef sector. So many CCs up in the beef sector, and we done lost the subbies. All of them. And that was the crazy thing too, because now that Pizarro got her old spaceship back, you can actually go to them old videos and see names of so many people that you don't even see no more. Like, even made me think about punitive damages. Y'all remember punitive damages? She was actually a real attorney, at least from what we were told. She was a real attorney in the beef sector, while Dory was a fake attorney. Punitive damages used to be supporting everybody around here. It was a few names of people that used to support heavy around here that I was just looking and seeing while I was looking at the old spaceship and the old comments. Then even Deanna's old channel, her channel came back, and when I was looking at some old videos of Deanna's, I noticed some names. Thank you so much, Jeannie G. Jeannie G gave me something towards my goal. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's crazy. Y'all, and that's one thing that I heard too over there up at Lemons. Let me tell y'all what else I heard over there at Lemons. And thank you to everybody contributing to my goal so far. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you so much. What I heard over there at Lemons, and I'm going to have to tell Pizarro, she better be wary. She better be careful. So last night at Lemons, good morning, Jake Smith. Oh, Very Carrie, can you click J.Dunn link and give Betty White with the solo sing If Tomorrow Was Judgment Day by Whitney Houston? Huh. Oh, yeah, Carrie can click my link, that's for sure. What's good, Captivating Christian? Good morning. But over there at Lemons, so Sharika Chicago was up there, And Sharika Chicago was like, well, I'm an Intel first. I was an Intel from day one, and I'm gonna be an Intel till I die. She said, I'm a new Lemonette, but I claim the Intels first and all this. Then Sharika Chicago had said to the main witch, because the main witch was up there. She said to the main witch, and yeah, she a day one Intel too. And the main witch was like, yeah, I am. And I'm thinking to myself, now when in the hell did y'all see the main witch ever as a motherfucking Intel? When? The old spaceship is back up, and I bet my last dollar that y'all could watch all of them videos on the old spaceship and not see the main witch up in the comment section or up in the chat. But now all of a sudden she talk about she was a day one Intel. Bitch, when? You came from the black tea sector, you raggedy bitch. When you was an Intel. Now stop lying. And what I noticed too with them too, with Sharika Chicago and with that main witch, all they do is parrot each other. They parrot each other because Sharika Chicago, y'all, I done heard her over there. She thinks she be dragging over there up at Lemons, and she be like, you dizzy hoe, you dizzy hoe, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch, you dizzy hoe, you dizzy hoe. Sharika Chicago, you never talked like that before. Now, why in the hell are you trying to take on this woman's whole accent? What's wrong with you? You over there pulling a lemon? Oh, you dizzy dirty bitch, you dirty hoe. Bitch, if you don't talk like you supposed to talk. And this be the thing that be bothering me with these following ass people that are totally like change their entire vernacular, change the way they speak just to fit in. Like, you weird. But then Sharika Chicago's supposed to be a mother. How in the hell you raising people? How in the hell you over here raising the next generation? But you taking on the accent and the mannerisms of another grown ass bitch. Where they do that at? How you over there raising your children to be individuals and to be individual thinkers, but then you over here taking on the accent of another bitch? Make that make sense? You dirty whore, dizzy bitch, you dirty whore. Shut up. Then want to swear up and down that this woman was a damn Intel, like we all wasn't here. We all know who the fuck was an Intel, and she sure wasn't one of them. But yeah, hey Trina Gal. And Joy Queen, everybody. Y'all, that had killed me. The next time y'all be over there at Lemons, hey Miami Popo, the next time y'all be over there listening at Lemon and Sharika Chicago be up there talking, when she think that she really getting into dragging people, she really try to put on the Gullah Geechee accent, like, bitch, you ain't Gullah Geechee, what the hell? And I think she said that one of her kids graduated or something. I think she said. But I hope that I'm wrong, because I also remember Sharika in Chicago said that she's 30 years old. So if she's 30 years old, how in the hell could one of her kids been ungraduated? Unless she had him when she was 12. Maybe she had her child when she was 12 and that's why he graduated. Or maybe he would just graduate in elementary school. maybe he would graduate elementary school or middle school. Maybe he just graduated preschool going to kindergarten. I don't know. But I was like, how you got somebody graduating this year, but you only 30? Make that make sense, girl. But that stuff ain't my business. Me trying to analyze stuff like that, people gonna run around here swearing up and down that I was dragging her and her children. No, I'm not. I'm just asking questions to myself. LaDon says she had friends who gave birth in the 7th grade, so it's possible. Oh, wow. Probably is. ATL Gail says she looks every day of 50. Y'all, I just found the interesting how grown people just starting to be parrots. I'm like, y'all, if y'all don't get y'all own identity. But that's the thing, because Lemon, he be a parrot. He go to these accents of everybody else. He take on other people's lingo. He do all that. As much as I can't stand Sour Patch on most days, the one thing that I can say about Sour Patch is that Sour Patch, she ain't trying to take on everybody else vernacular. She get up there, and she sound like Rosie Perez no matter what day it is. She get up there, even if she be ready to cry, she up there sound like Rosie Perez or motherfucking Yolanda, whatever Yolanda name was, the one that killed Selena ass, the one that unalived Selena. Oh, Selena! Ah, Selena. What's good, Demon Soul? Good morning. I sent you a message this morning because I was trying to see if your live was still scheduled. I was right? Yeah, Sour Patch. She will keep her own accent. She will. But Demon Soul, before I had pressed my live button, I was trying to see what was going on with your live. Because girl, you were supposed to do that live last night at 10 o'clock. Then it was this morning at 10 o'clock. Girl, if you don't pick a time with that live and stick to it now. If you don't. Latasha Phillips said, I'm still sold to Pizarro's Intel old spaceship. I know. And Pizarro said that she did want me to be her representative for this spaceship too. She said with her original spaceship, she want me to be the representative on her behalf. So I'm gonna have to be on the lookout to make sure that ain't nobody trying to use Pizarro's original spaceship video so that I could get their ass. Demon Soul, you need to stop it. You need to stop it. Because I woke up and that was my thing. I went over there and visited with Carrie for a little bit. Then Deanna was live. I visited with Deanna, listened to Deanna talk about M. Bernadette, Looney Tune ass. And then after I listened to Deanna, I was like, oh, okay, Demon Soul about to do her live. I look at them like Demon Soul live ain't do. She ain't did. She ain't. I sent her a message. I said, you doing what? I said, I ain't got time to be worried about Demon Soul. Hell, I don't know what she over there doing. She better get it together though. I said, knowing Demon Soul, she might have decided to wake up and go to service this morning with her husband and child. I said, well, look, I'm not about to wait on Demon Soul. I said, let me go ahead and get in where I fit in because I reached my goal on Friday, so I need to get them something extra for that. Olivia, now look here, because I done heard they said that you Angela T. White. Are you Angela T. White or they made that up? Is they lying on you? Because I'm like, who in the fuck is this Olivia that came? People was thinking that you was Olivia the Oracle, and I'm like, this ain't no damn Olivia the Oracle. Not that snobby bitch. That snobby bitch don't come and visit my channel. I remember, hell, this Olivia right here that's up in my chat, this Olivia had contributed to my goal one day. And I know snobby ass Olivia the Oracle ain't coming over here to contribute to shit for me. So that's why I'm like, nah, that ain't no Olivia the Oracle. That's somebody else. I said, that's somebody else. Which ain't it sad how Olivia act like she don't be wanting to be around us over here, but then she be ready to fight everybody. She need to sit down somewhere. But yeah, I'm looking here now. Also, it's Angela T. White. Girl, I was wondering where you was. Girl, when you decide to change your name, you gonna have to let a bit know. Oh, Miss B, the old spaceship, it came back. Let me show you real quick. Let me see. Let me see, Miss B. Ay, Miss B. Oh my God, Miss B. La cucaracha, Miss B. La cucaracha. Oh my, the old spaceship is back. Oh, ay. Well, let me call me ugly. Well, let me call me ugly. Yeah, man, let me call me ugly, and I don't want to be ugly. And I was over there in the Discord, and they were calling me ugly. They see I look strange. I don't know why they was saying I look strange, and then let me say I look strange. Oh, ay. Oh, ay. You trying to find the old spaceship? Ay, 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 ay. The old spaceship came back. Ay, 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 ay. Hold on, y'all. So look, I'm about to show. I had to do my I had to do my Sour Patch. I had to do my Sour Patch impersonation while I was trying to go find the old spaceship real quick. Oh my God. Ay, 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 ay. The old spaceship. The old spaceship is back, guys. Ay, 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 ay. And I'm the legal representative. I'm the legal representative of this old spaceship content. Now, if you play it, I'm going to have to strike you. Ay, ay, ay. Look at all the videos came back from 3 years ago. Ay, 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 papi. Ay, the papi. So, yeah, that's the old spaceship. Randomly, y'all, it just came back out the blue. And good morning, sadly mistaken. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Robert. And y'all, what we found out is over here is with the video where Dory was howling at K2. You know how Dory keep lying and say that she was never on K2 and that people made that up and people lied on her. Well, over here, that's the video about the K2 is somewhere up in all of these videos. Other videos with Ness being high is over here up in these things. Dory over here lying about being a lawyer is over here. It's a lot of it. Church lady, now I don't know which video now. Look, I'm just showing you that it's here. I'm just showing you where to look. But now as far as me go to find the video, no, I ain't did all that yet. The channel just came back yesterday. It just came back yesterday. So now that it's back up, I'm sure that, once somebody get a chance to go through all the videos, will. Now, I do know that Right to Be Told said that the video about the K2, I believe she said, she gave the date on Pizarro's. I want to say she said either April 25th, 2022 or August 25th, 2022. But either way, it's 2022 when that one was. And Pizarro is waiting. But what Pizarro said is that this channel does not have all of her videos fully uploaded. Because she had so many videos over here, YouTube has been restoring the videos in batches. Like, I guess Friday night, they started restoring her videos in the first batch. And then Pizarro said that she got notification from YouTube that they'll restore another batch of videos by June 23rd. And then after June 23rd, then they'll restore another batch of videos. And so on and so forth. So it seems like because she had so many videos and all of these videos were hours and hours and hours long, YouTube can't restore all of these thousands of videos in one day. So I guess they have to restore the increments. So with them restoring the increments, you would just have to keep checking back periodically until all of the videos finally get restored. But yeah, so the old spaceship is back. Pazar was very happy about this. Yeah, they have to restore them in increments. They can't just restore them within a couple of minutes. That's not how it works. So yeah, that's that. So if y'all want to do a trip down memory lane, the old spaceship is available for y'all to be able to do that. I think Pizarro said she was even going to go through her own videos over here and then do some reviews of different videos from over here up on her new channel. And I thought that wasn't a bad idea. What's good, Veronica? Good morning. Church lady, I cannot take credit for getting the old spaceship back. I cannot. However, I did see that Dory was on her community wall trying to I don't know if she was trying to allude that she had something to do with the old spaceship coming back, because remember, everybody was accusing her of being the one that took it down. And remember, just a couple of months ago, she came through actually claiming ownership for being the reason why it got taken down. Remember, she came through just a couple of months ago saying, yes, she took it down because she was trying to impress Ness now. But now that her and Ness done fell out, then now she's saying that that she might have had something to do with it coming back. But then once Pizarro said that the K2 video is over here, now Dory want to be mad and threatening to strike Pizarro if Pizarro re-released that K2 video. She talk about she going to get Pizarro and possibly get Pizarro on defamation legally and slander if Pizarro play the K2 video. And I'm thinking to myself, how in the hell you going to get anybody on defamation and slander when it was your ass that was saying that you was high on K2 up in the video? You said it. You told everybody. We saw you. Mona was up there. Everybody saw you say it. So how somebody slandering and defaming you by playing your own true words coming out of your own mouth about some damn K2, and ain't nobody even know what a K2 was but you? I think it's so crazy how people be quick to be litigious because they don't like the words that came out of their mouth. You gonna sue people about what? And then you gonna sue Pizarro? Oh, girl, I guess. But either way, yeah, that's back. The old spaceship is back. So I did drop my link, y'all. I'm gonna put it one more time. But then if I have no takers, which is okay with me, if I have no takers, then I'll start bringing everything to a close, because yeah, it seems like it's going to be a pretty eventful Sunday. Yesterday morning, I almost could have had came live and talked to y'all, but y'all, I was so tired yesterday morning. I woke up, made my coffee. Before I could even drink all of my coffee, I went back to sleep. That's just how I felt. This morning, I woke up. I took Zulu out. I made my iced coffee. I set my iced coffee up in the freezer, and then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up, and then by the time I woke up that second time, then I was ready to be up and out and about. And so then that's whenever I went on ahead and got myself ready for today. And I got my iced coffee up out the freezer. And I was like, now that I got my iced coffee equipped and ready, then let me go on here and talk to y'all. Let me do what I need to do. Olivia said, oh, wow, I got another call. The original spaceship. Yeah, she got it back. I don't know how she got it back. Oh, Carrie, I did. I was listening to the replay of Deanna's live from yesterday where she drugged the hell out of Dory real quick. And the crazy thing is, Dory tried it, because even when Netsnam was over there messing with Deanna and messing with Rick's channel here recently, Dory was over there neighing, eating sugar cubes and hay, and licking out of the crack of Ness's ass. While Ness was over there messing with Rick Reed channel, Ness messing with Deanna channel, Ness messing with my channel. And now that she done fell out with Ness, now she want to drop her elongated head ass up in Deanna's chat. I want to be trying to be friendly and stuff. I'm happy Deanna told her about her damn self. I'm glad about that. Her motherfucking elongated head and snout. Speaking of snout, did y'all see my community wall where I had put that picture of Dimples and I circle her nose because she's so nosy? Now that's a snout if I ever seen one. Y'all know how people be on here trying to call people pigs and trying to call people hippopotamus and all this kind of stuff. Did y'all see the nose on Dimples? Now that's a whole snout. Like, I'm almost willing to bet that she eat her cereal out of a motherfucking trough. Would she wake up and make her cereal this morning, or her grits, whatever she decided to eat, her grits or her eggs? Y'all, I know that she got a trough that she sit right there up on her kitchen counter. Did she put her hands behind her back and she just go face first? She go face first with her nose. Y'all know the pigs, the pigs on the farm. You know, like them pigs that was at Betty White house. Them pigs that Betty White had. The how they go to the trough and they move their food around with the nose and they be eating with no hands. That's Dimple's got a nose look like that's how she eat every day. Every day. Big ass feet, a transformer. What's good executive sessions with a big ass snout like that? She was missing her top lip too. Just a hot, funky ass mess. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Mm-mm-mm. But oh, did y'all see my community wall post too where I was telling y'all about Lemon and them witches over there? I told y'all that Lemon's Discord and them Lemonettes ain't nothing but a whole bunch of old sickly bitches. A whole bunch of old sickly witches. Just listening to Lemons last night, y'all, they was having a whole meeting about the Discord, and all of them was talking about the witchcraft and the spells that they put on each other. Beans and Cornbread got pissed off yesterday morning, and she went through there casting a damn African spell on their asses. They said that Beans and Cornbread was casting a Yoruba spell on everybody, Yoruba. And she put some mess up in there that was wishing all of them bad luck and bad health. And because they was all up in the Discord reading it, then they had got the spell on them. Y'all, they said Beans and Cornbread typed it up in the Discord for about 150 to 200 times. She was trying to make sure they all got it. And then you already know the head witch over there, that was the one that tried to put me in a jar in the freezer. That bitch done been sick since that day. She went through a whole surgery, still didn't get right. Then she had the flu. Then she got this. Now she talk about she got a whole aneurysm that can't be fixed. She got an aneurysm that's about to go out of proportion. Then we got damn Sharika that's trying to be a parrot and mimic the main witch, head witch dialect and language. Sharika, 30 years old, and had 3 or 4 liver transplants and all this kind of bullshit. She over there getting drunk according to them, but she got somebody else's liver. Like, now, bitch, if you just have to get somebody else's liver put up in your body at the age of 30, then you don't even need to be touching no alcohol. Not none. If you have to get somebody else's liver put up in your entire body, bitch, you better put the Tylenol down. You gotta get somebody else's liver, somebody else's organ up in there just so that you could steadily live. Then what in the hell did you do with the last liver? Girl, what was you doing? How do you mistreat your liver by the age of 30? Girl, no. Then they over there spilling each other tea, over there putting the rituals and the seances up in the Discord. Then, y'all, Lemon didn't have no commentary last night or content last night, so then he had Laurie share her screen showing the entire Discord messages, so everybody was able to see the Discord messages. And do y'all know that all of these dang on spells and rituals that they put up in the Discord, Laura was scrolling and Lemon's entire chat of about 600 people was reading these spells and witchcraft. And I'm thinking to myself, don't y'all know that y'all reading this shit? They actually letting y'all read it. And while Laura was scrolling, they end up doxing Beans and Cornbread. Cause I guess Beans and Cornbread was up in there fussing with Sharika Chicago, and basically was telling Sharika Chicago to pull up on her. Sharika Chicago said that she gonna take herself and her brand new liver over there to California. She said her and her liver can have a good time and mix and mingle with motherfucking Beans and Cornbread over there up in California. And Beans and Cornbread decided to put her address in the Discord so that Sharika Chicago and her liver can show up. And when Beans and Cornbread put her address up in there last night, while Laurie was scrolling through the entire Discord messages, Beans and Cornbread address was right there. So not only did they expose his chat of 600 or 700 people to some spells and witchcraft in the Yoruba language, the African language. But then they also doxed Beans and Cornbread, showing Beans and Cornbread address about where Beans and Cornbread live, because Beans and Cornbread was dropping her address up in the Discord for Sharika Chicago. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? I'm like, what the hell is going on with them? Y'all, when I saw them had scrolled through and I saw that damn witchcraft up on the screen over there at Lemons, y'all, I immediately paused the video, took out my Bible, and then I took out my return to sender prayer, and I started doing my prayer. I did my prayer 3 times straight with the Bible, rebuking and returning to sender. Don't you dare put this damn witchcraft bullshit up in my computer screen without my permission, Lemon. And you put that shit up on the screen of everybody that was looking in that chat. So people couldn't help but to read it, because we looking at the damn screen trying to see what in the hell y'all got going on over there up in the Discord. I return all that to sender. Lemon, don't you ever do no bullshit like that again. Trying to put that spell on the entire chat. Fuck wrong with y'all. Y'all thought y'all was slick. Y'all thought y'all was slick, and that I ain't realized that's what in the hell y'all was doing. I knew that's what y'all was doing. And please like my video. Thank you. So y'all ain't about to get me. Sure ain't. And I'm then gonna take my Bible this morning. And I'm gonna say me a good little prayer and stuff like that. Return all this shit back to you and the motherfucking sickly ass witches. But then all them witches over there in and out of the hospital, down and out. Hell, up in the Discord, they was talking about Beans and Cornbread and her STDs that her husband gave her because he be cheating on her. Y'all, all of them sickly. That's why I put on my community wall, they sickly witches that spend 75% of the year up in the hospital, and they wonder why. Well, maybe if y'all stop messing with this motherfucking black magic and all these spells and the hoodoo rituals, trying to control people and all this kind of mess, then y'all wouldn't be so sickly. Wouldn't be so sickly at all. Then the head witch over there mad at them 2Ps and them. 2Ps and them, she over there mad with them. And I'm thinking to myself, well, so you gonna put all them up in the freezer, bitch? I'm waiting on you to get you a few pickle jars. A motherfucking jar preserve, get you a couple of mason jars, and you need to put all them bitches' names up in it, and then put them up in the damn freezer. Why y'all over there? With every motherfucking ailment on the man. I said, I be motherfucking good. Goddamn, I ain't never seen so many sick people gathering around. And then most of them be up on the Discord all day long from the comfort of a hospital bed. How the hell all of y'all done been in the hospital? Over the course of the last month, y'all half the Discord done been in the hospital. Hell, Sharika Chicago just got out the hospital yesterday. Yesterday, y'all. Got out the hospital yesterday, and last night she up on Lemons arguing, cussing, fussing, and fighting. Talking about fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, hoe. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, hoe. Trying to talk like the main witch. But you just got out the damn hospital, girl. Can your stitches dissolve first before you get into the fuckery? And y'all still over there playing with the magic. With the spells and stuff. Just unbelievable. But this be the stuff that they got going on. Then King Coyote had got pissed off at Lemon, had threw the Discord invite link out there up on his community wall. Everybody was able to bombard the Discord link and come up in there to see what in the hell was going on. But meanwhile, I guess you didn't even need to go up in there to see what was going on, because Lemon Show did base his entire commentary last night of Lori scrolling through the Discord. Then the little white lady that's over there, Terry Me, y'all know that lady called Terry Me over there, the moderator. Terry Me is a little white lady. When I used to be over there up in the Discord, Terry Me would be talking. I could tell she was a little fragile old white lady. I think she a sickly witch too. I think she want to. But she want to be feeling appalled, talking about, I thought these were private messages. Why are you showing it out here publicly? Lemon said, no, we showing it out here. We showing the receipts right now because we getting to the bottom of this. Terry Me was like, but I thought these were my private message. I don't consent to my private messages being put out here for everyone. No, don't show my private messages for everyone. Y'all, she started putting on her Karen act up in the chat. She was starting to get emotional because of her messages. I'm thinking to myself, girl, stand in your shit. You must have been said some messy ass shit about everybody where you getting bent out of shape about him showing these messages. What in the hell you was over there saying and who you was talking about? Stand in your shit, Terry Me. We ain't gonna do all this crying and this fake tears because the message is being shown. We ain't about to be outraged and appalled because as long as your messy white ass was up in there with them talking about everybody, you ain't care about your message. Now that he got to show the receipts and we got to see everything about what in the hell y'all been saying and who y'all been talking about, then now you don't want him to be showing the damn message. No, we need to see what y'all said. I was waiting to see my name until they started showing them spells on the screen. Then when they showed those spells on the screen, y'all, I had to close my eyes and do my prayer with my Bible. Y'all ain't about to indirectly put no damn African witchcraft spell up on me. Hell no. Sally Mistake say, ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah. In the Sour Patch voice. Olivia said, every time I see a mason jar, I'm like, take it away. Girl, like that the truth, girl. Pickles is one of my favorite snacks, girl. And I got to start buying the pickle in the bag now. Like, I look at a pickle jar and I be like, no, not no pickle jar. Let me get the one in the bag. Let me get the one in the bag. The bag pickle, please. Let me get one of them. Let me get the little snaps. The little snaps dilly in the bag. Shoot. A pickle jar have you traumatized with all these witches running around here. And I'm like, how many of y'all done been running around here all along? But y'all just been hiding in plain sight. A whole coven full of witches and full of dark magic and warlocks and everything else just been hiding in plain sight. But then Lemon wonder why he been deteriorating, why his liver been deteriorating, why everything about him been deteriorating for the last few months. Well, because look at these witches doing all this black magic and dark magic up in your Discord and you don't even know. They over there throwing and casting spells at each other. All out the blue, out the willy-nilly while your ass over there passed out. You over there passed out in the bed next to the 20-year-old that's also passed out with a wet booty. Lemon over there passed out with the 20-year-old on one side of the bed, Lemon on the other side of the bed, 20-year-old got a wet booty. Creed over there passed out because the damn 20-year-old put Creed up in the chokehold and choked him out real quick. Thank you so much, Carl Brunette. I appreciate you for contributing to my goal. Thank you. Oh, yes, and Big Brother. Yes, July 10th. Big Brother is coming up. That's why I was going to talk to DC and then Mitri and see if we're going to be doing the Big Brother review again this year. Because I had a good time reviewing it with them last year. So if we doing it again this year, that'll be good. I know DC is up in here. I don't think Mitri is in here, but I'm sure I'll see Mitri around the YouTube streets. And I do have an email for her, so I have to follow up with her to see if she's going to do it with me in DC again. But thank you for my goals, y'all. So yes, we got that one towards my goal. But yes, Lemon wonder why he been having a hard time in life right now. It's because of them witches. It's absolutely because of them witches. Olivia said, can I get my J Whistle prayer cloth? You might have to do something. You're going to have to do something to protect yourself. Jazzy said, my great grandma was into that. It always scared me. You know something? I think the problem with them is that they trying to use that type of shit about people on the internet. And that right there is insanity in itself. How in the hell you using these rituals passed down by your grandma and all the people, your ancestors and stuff, but you using it to get at people on the internet? No, I know them old folks ain't taught y'all how to do that bullshit so that y'all could do it towards people on the internet. I thought y'all supposed to be using that type of shit to the people in your real life. You know, like your husband that's been cheating on you, bring you back STDs, beans and cornbread. You supposed to be doing that type of magic up on that husband that's over there sleeping with everything with two legs, and then coming back bringing you back STDs because they set it up in the Discord. Lemon showed them talking about you getting stuff from your husband. So you need to be putting them that damn Yoruba African witchcraft black magic spell. You need to be putting that up on your husband. I don't know why in the hell you up in the Discord trying to put that spell up on people on the damn internet. But I guess. I guess. But yeah, y'all. I just had to come and give y'all my point of view real quick while I was sipping on my iced coffee, just to let y'all know what I thought about everything. Cause y'all already know I'm always gonna have an opinion. Sometimes I wait and save my opinion for somewhere else. But I was like, well, they helped me reach my goal last time, so I need to give my opinion over here to them. I had to give y'all my uninterrupted opinion, and I appreciate y'all for coming here with me. Let me come over here and look to see. Oh, ATL Gale said the karma that comes behind those spells wouldn't be worth it to me for somebody I don't even know. Right. Joy Queen said alchemy is one thing. Casting spells, dance the dark side. Well, you know, Lemon always have these demonic damn thumbnails with the lemon head. I was like, how in the hell you got the lemon head demon? But that thing is called that thumbnail that Lemon be using. It's actually called lemon demon. Lemon demon. If y'all look up lemon demon on Google, y'all will see that little thumbnail. Another that thumbnail. Everything about it's demonic. That's why he over there with the witches in the Discord. That's why. What's good, Jinx? Good morning. Jinx said, as much as I don't like beans, I think the tea on her having an STD was false. She didn't trust them people for real. Jinx, see, I don't know, because I feel like her and Sharika they had some type of trust with each other. Otherwise, why would Sharika trust Beans to tell Beans about the fact that she on her third or fourth liver? She on her third or fourth liver and she only 30 years old. They had to have some type of trust. I mean, because if you're walking around with a donated organ up in your body, is that something that you just tell random strangers on the internet? If you got a donated organ up in your body, is that something that you just tell me like, hey, yeah, you know, yeah, I'm over here drinking this Taylor Port with lemon, but this is my third liver. Yeah, you know, I done had to go through a couple of livers. I go through them rather quickly. I be having to go to the hospital and stuff. I mean, who tell people that? So I'm like, if Sharika felt comfortable telling Beans about the liver situation, then I'm thinking that they had some level of trust with each other that Beans would be telling Sharika if she got a damn STD. Oh, Latasha, I don't know if it's her third liver. That was me putting 20 on 10. That was me putting 20 on 10. But I know that she had either she got a liver transplant or she on the wait list for one. Depending on who tell the story, you hear something different. So I don't know if she is on a wait list for the liver or if she already got a new liver. I'm not sure. But they were telling each other that type of information. That's how come Beans knew that type of information to come and bring it on YouTube to be spilling tea about Sharika. And that's what caused Sharika to be pissed off with Beans and be like, hey, you violated HIPAA because you up on here telling about my liver transplants and stuff. Charlie said, now, as a person with a liver condition, you cannot drink at all. That's what I was thinking. But I done heard Sharika talk about, yeah, she had a drink. Specifically on Mother's Day. Mother's Day weekend, she was over there drinking. And I'm like, how in the hell you over there drinking for Mother's Day weekend? Now, she did say that her mother passed away, which I understand the hurt of losing a mother because I've been there, walked in those shoes. But when you have a serious liver condition, yeah, you might be dealing with your own grief and sorrow and depression during the Mother's Day weekend, but you can't go against doctor's orders and still be having you a drink to self-medicate, because let's call a spade a spade. Her having a drink for Mother's Day weekend is her self-medicating instead of medicating the right way. She needs to go to a damn doctor and get her some prescription filled in order to get through her grief and her depression during those particular times, so that she not putting her liver in jeopardy. Like, you can't just dibble and dabble like that. You can't. So that's how I know they all over there trauma bonding, dealing with grief and stuff. And then over there, what T-Latte, people said that it's not a HIPAA violation, but that's what Sharika was saying, that she felt like it was a HIPAA violation, because she said that nobody should be on here telling nothing about her medical information, especially nobody that's supposedly a nurse. Which, that's another thing. They even know what Beans do. Beans is a nurse. Beans been a nurse for the last 35 years. They know about this woman being a nurse. They might have seen her with her uniform on and her scrubs. They probably know what hospital she worked at. Y'all, they was over there getting very, very comfy cozy with each other, like some damn idiots. I don't know why. I guess because they thought that they had found a whole family full of witches. That was just a secret in itself, that all of them over there practicing black magic and witchcraft together, they both felt like they had found their own tribe. They found their tribe, started divulging all these secrets to one another because they wouldn't expect a Mad Day to come. Now that Mad Day done came, now they over there throwing out spells, throwing out razzle dazzle, throwing out motherfucking bibbity boppity boo on each other. Bibbity boppity boo, bitch. Like, bitch, what you say? You put a spell up on me with bibbity boppity boo to your ass, ho. What Miss B said? Let me see what Miss B said. I don't see Miss B. Y'all, I don't see what she said. Oh, she said that could be content, but she killing her second chance. Right. But you can't tell nobody nothing. You can't. And then all of them that been in and out of the hospital all of 2025, but then they over there wishing ill will and wishing ill health and death and some of everything else on each other. I'm like, oh, y'all really want that bad karma, that bad juju, huh? They over there doing all that mudslinging while Lemon over there getting drug addicts drunk. And they passing out up in his bed and waking up with a wet ass. That's what they doing over there. Please like my video if y'all haven't. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. And quiet as it's kept, ain't no telling what type of tea they probably all got up on Lemon. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of them trying to stay up in Lemon's good graces. Lemon probably got tea on them. They probably got tea on Lemon. Queen Pisces, she really disappointed the hell out of me. I said, leave it to your ass to come out here and have a pristine reputation amongst the beef sector, and then end up exposing yourself out to be a motherfucking bold-faced liar during Pride Month. I'm thinking to myself, now, Queen Pisces, if you want to pull a stunt like this with all this lies and deception, could you at least have waited till July to do all that? Could you at least have came out here and exposed your lesbian ass as a liar in July? Why you have to do it in the month of June? But then I have to remind myself, look, just because she a lesbian, that don't mean that she stand for me. That don't mean that she stand for me. She don't stand for me. Her being a lesbian don't represent me, but I just think it's unfortunate that she came out here and did all this line and stuff. Got people questioning everything about her now. Now people saying that she ain't even no doctor or dentist or whatever she said she was. And it's all because she came out here with a damn lie. A lot of the bullshit don't make sense. Thank you, DM. I appreciate it. A lot of the shit don't make sense. El Blue said they're all too old to be trusted with folks they recently met on the internet, telling virtual strangers your personal information is fools as hell. It is. And that's why I'm just like, what's the point of y'all telling each other all this stuff anyway? Like even Sharika, like what you was they up in there in the Discord telling you that they was gonna donate you a liver? Y'all, wouldn't it be wild if they over there doing this witchcraft spells and shit like that? They already decided who is the right blood type in order to donate the liver. Like, maybe that's the reason why Sharika had told Beans about it. The Sharika had told Beans about it because Beans was like, "Well, girl, you know, it looked like we got the same blood type. I might be able to give you a liver." Yeah, Demon so correct. Cause Lemon damn show can't donate the liver. We already know Lemon. They marked Lemon right up off the list. Lemon ain't gonna be able to donate it. So I guess you were trying to get the mother ones to donate it. Charlie said, I only say behind the scenes what I would say in front of the scenes. Folks never learn about the back chats from way back in the day. No, they didn't. Charlie, they didn't learn. They learned from all of these stories that they done heard other people been telling out over the course of these years. But they learned today. They learned today. But I will say that back in the day, I don't think we had no witches now. I think the first witch that ever stepped foot over here was Dovey. We ain't have no witches now. But Dovey is a nice witch. She a nice one. Now, she might tell some tall tales and be lying her ass off from time to time, but she a nice witch for the most part. She'll say she'll put a black candle on you. But I don't know that she did so far. I don't think she did, y'all. I ain't gonna put that on Dovey. But even with the transplants, we done had people all up and through the beef sector needing organs and stuff. Hell, Lady P, God rest her soul. Lady P was the first person in the beef sector that I knew of that needed an organ because Lady P had needed a kidney. I emailed with Lady P back then because Lady P was living here in Atlanta. And I actually know somebody personally out here who had to get a kidney transplant. And she got a kidney transplant. Her sister was able to donate her kidney. Her sister did. And so I was emailing back and forth with Lady P way back then about the kidney transplant and telling her what hospital my friend and the sister had went to in order to do the liver transplant, not the liver transplant, the kidney transplant. And that's how I ended up knowing Lady P business like that. But see, if they had been around back then, they would have knew. They would have knew. They would have knew. But yeah, well, I'm happy you caught this live, Olivia. I'm happy to know that this is Angela T. White because at least I know who it is. But yeah. Dr. Pisces, do your thug dizzle on them hoes. I don't know, because I can't condone all the line. Charlie said, don't play with your health. Health is wealth. And then Demon Soul said, Miss B, because some businesses, sure, but she is in the medical profession and competing for minority businesses with a black dentist. The church is 75% connected to referrals, so the church like beef. El Blue said, real life should have taught them to be careful with what you share with people. I'm convinced most of these folks have never formed or had real relationships with people outside of the internet. Maybe. And like I said, most of them spend about 75% of the year up in the hospital. So Discord is they go to. That's where they got their friends. And y'all, in Lemon's Live, I kept hearing them say, my friends. The man, which was like, I thought you guys were my friends. I thought you guys were my friends, but fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I thought you were my friend, but fuck y'all. I'm putting you up in the freezer, oh. You hurt my feelings, oh. I'll put you dizzy, ho. I'll put you in the freezer, you dizzy, ho. Because she thought that was her friends. She thought they was her friends until they wasn't her friends. But let me go ahead and shout out the people that did contribute to my goal today, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you to Truthfully Honest Chick. Good morning. Thank you to Stay Tuned. Good morning. Thank you to R&D for sure. Good morning. Thank you to Crack Smoke. Good morning. Thank you to Jeannie G. Good morning. Thank you to Cole Brunette. Good morning. I do want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming. Please like my video. I'm happy that I was able to put a smile up on your face. Yeah. Wagwan. Wagwan in my carry voice. Wagwan. Put a smile up on your face. Yeah. I hope that y'all have a great Sunday. And I hope that y'all have a great work week. I should be coming live to y'all first thing in the morning at 6 a.m. for my morning show. So now I got to go ahead and be nosy in these YouTube streets to collect some more stuff so that I can have something to talk to y'all about in the morning. Let me see. Olivia said, what iced coffee are you drinking? So I have these K-Cups for my Keurig, and this one is called Butter Crunch. And I put the Butter Crunch K-Cup in the Keurig, press the iced feature, and then I fill my cup full of ice. I pour my iced brewed coffee into my cup of ice, and then I put some unsweetened almond milk and some caramel syrup, the sweetener. I put that up in here, and it's bomb. It's bomb. L Blue, thank you so much for contributing to my goal. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. To all of y'all that contributed to my goal, in my head witch voice, I'm gonna say thank you, ho. Thank you, ho. Thank you, ho, for contributing to my goal. Thank you, ho. Thank you, R&D, for sure. I appreciate it. Y'all, please like the video. If you got here late, and you are catching a replay, like the video and share the video if you have sharing capability. I will see y'all on the flip side, and thank you, each and every one of y'all, for contributing to my goal. I guess what y'all contributed like this, I think y'all want me to do a weekend morning show or a weekend show next weekend. So I'll probably try to come back again next Sunday and give y'all another recap like this. Hopefully it'll be some good stuff that go on this week. Either way, y'all, I got a redirect set up for YouTube cameras. So I'll see y'all on the flip side. I'll see y'all over there. All right, y'all. Oh, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie, for contributing to my goal. Thank you. Thank you. One more and I made my goal. So I still need one more left. Y'all, I was saying, though, that I was going to be able to come through. I'm going to come through anyway. Y'all got me close to my goal, and that's good enough. Even though I was needing one more. But I think somebody had already contributed a $10 donation anyway. So I guess technically if we round that up, then that person got me to the goal. So thank you. But yeah, let me go ahead and get my outro music queued up. I'll see y'all around the YouTube streets. Bye, y'all. I was thanking y'all, and I had already removed myself. Thank you, Lynn T, for contributing to my goal. Thank you to L Blue for contributing to my goal. Thank you so much for helping me meet my goal. I had already removed myself out of the frame, y'all, so I was talking to y'all, and y'all ain't even hear me talking to y'all. It's okay, Carl Brunette. It's okay. Thank you. It looked like I met the goal. So, yeah, I'll be back again next weekend as well with some type of show for y'all. Next Sunday, I'll be back, y'all. But I'm going to be back throughout the week to do my morning show per usual. Hopefully some good stuff happens. But either way, I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all again. Bye.